Was it third with no outs? Now there's 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. Has driven into left field. It's going to get down. Comeback complete. The hero, Will Moore. But really struggled at the beginning of this season. 157 on the year right now. The first pitch to him is crushed onto left center field. Back it goes near the wall. It's out of here. Jason Oliver. His second home run of the year.
Now Indiana's got to try to find a way to fight their way back.
The 1-2 pitch is a fly ball into left center field. Coming in and diving to make the catch is Liam Wilson. Oh, what a play. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Malamazian, hit deep into left field. That ball is gone. Cooper Malamazian, the freshman, with a huge 2-run blast. It's 6-5 in the 8th. Hanley's ahead 3-1. The pitch, swinging away, fly ball down the third base line into foul territory. Rell goes over and sets the left fielder. Garris sliding and making the catch in foul territory. Decker Petty might be able to record the last 9 outs if this does end up being a run rule, and that would be really nice for Jeff Mercer, because you have a non-conference game coming up. As that's driven in center field, that will send Dickerson back. He's to the wall. It's gone. Michigan State finally gets back on the board. A solo home run for Caleb Berry, his 5th of the year. A deep drive over the 400 sign. It's 12-2 Indiana. Bottom of the 7th here in Bloomington. Kyle McCoy is back out for his 7th inning. Let's take a look at Devin Taylor in the company he's in. Mike Sabo, Mike Smith, and of course, Alex Dickerson. 1 more home run, he'd be the all-time record holder at Indiana.
I mean, those are some big names that he's in the company with, and so for Devin Taylor to have the kind of career he's had up to this point is just nothing short of spectacular. Now, he has struggled hitting the long ball as of recently. Just ended an 8-game hit streak, or I should say an 8-game home run drought, which is the longest of the season, his 3rd longest of his career on Tuesday against Indiana State. The wind's blowing out to center field. And so if there's going to be any opportunity for him to do it, now would maybe not be the best time in terms of being able to hit a home run, but the most opportune time for this Indiana team who desperately needs some momentum.
First up in the inning is Tyler DiMartino, who just has 6 at-bats on the year, 2 for 6 with a double. That double came in the last game against Indiana State to keep the Hoosiers' hope alive against the Sycamores. So now in a big spot. He transferred over from Xavier. He spent 4 years with the Musketeers after spending his true freshman season at West Virginia. So now a graduate student. And funny enough, from Potomac, Maryland, which is also the home of Chris Hacopian and Eddie Hacopian. Same exact hometown. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kyle McCoy is just mowing down Hoosiers, going strong into the 7th. His 6th strikeout, and has allowed just 4 hits and 1 run.
And if I'm counting this right, 3 straight strikeouts for McCoy as well. So, you know, while he is getting up there in the pitch count, 85 now on the day, he's still just as sharp as he has been all day long. So impressive from this young man.
Well, now he faces the top of the lineup in Devin Taylor. Misses outside ball 1. Indiana just needs base runners at this point, obviously. Taylor would love any time to go for the home run record, but you can't get 5 runs back in 1 swing. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside ball 2. And that's one thing Kyle McCoy does not want to do, is he doesn't want to walk Indiana players because they've had enough trouble getting on base with hits. You don't want to give them free passes. And it drives up the pitch count as well. The 2-0, it's in there for a strike. That was up in 95. I think that was the hardest pitch Kyle McCoy has thrown today. And you have a feeling he knows who's in the batter's box.
Well, I'd say if you don't know who's in the batter's box right now, you don't need to be on the mound. As he gets Taylor swinging right there. I mean, you know, Devin Taylor, one of the most explosive hitters in IU history. Kyle McCoy, though, one of the best pitchers, probably I would say one of the best pitchers in the entire conference.
2-2 on Taylor. Strike 3. Kyle McCoy, 4 straight strikeouts, and Taylor has gone down 3 times via the strikeout.
Yeah, every single one of them have been swinging, too, so it's not as though Devin Taylor is just watching these things go by. He's making a concerted effort to try to put the barrel on the ball, but it's just how good Kyle McCoy is. 3 straight strikeouts, well, I should say 3 out of 4 strikeouts on the day for Devin Taylor coming off the arm of that guy.
It's been tough, the left-on-left matchup, and Corbin Dickerson's the one guy who's had a good day against McCoy. A single and a double. And helps getting a better read as a righty off the bat of a lefty. But now it's quickly 0-2 on Dickerson. You have a feeling this could be McCoy's last batter that he faces. He's at 92 pitches. But you like giving your relievers clean innings, at least to start off with. A little bit of action in the Maryland bullpen. 0-2 pitch. Chopped down the third baseline foul. So now McCoy trying for 5 straight strikeouts. Looking to strike out the side in the 7th. And looking to put up a valiant effort against the Hoosiers. McCoy out of the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it.
Dickerson keeping himself alive right now. And trying to give a little bit of trouble to McCoy before his day potentially comes to an end. And we'll see if Maryland decides to throw him back out there, because he definitely is up there in the pitch count now, just 5 pitches away from 100. But then again, against Oregon, he did go for 106.
0-2 fouled down the third baseline.
And so he's been terrific. He hasn't given up a single run in 3, nearly 4 straight innings, and just won the entire day. So there's a chance that Maryland could give him a nod here coming back out of the break. But if this is indeed the last put out for McCoy, what a day it has been for him.
McCoy's 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Kyle McCoy strikes out the side. 5 straight strikeouts for the left-hander. What a day for Kyle McCoy, and Maryland leads 6-1 on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back to Bart Kaufman Field. Adam Oppenheim alongside Nick Rodecap. 6, 7, 8 in the lineup for Michigan State. Noah Bright, Parker Pico, Jake Dresselhaus looking to get any momentum after Indiana tacked on 3 more runs in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead it 10-1 here in the top of the 4th. Grant Holderfield on the mound after he recorded the last 2 outs of the top of the 3rd, which Michigan State tallied their only run of the game. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Noah Bright, 1 for 1, had a single in the 2nd. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's on the ground through the left side base hit. Nick, that's what Michigan State needs, runners to get aboard, and especially a leadoff runner on.
You think back to how USC came back from down 9 to beat Indiana in the series finale last week. It was just a lot of free bases, a lot of sustained production. Just find ways to keep the lineup moving and run Indiana's pitch counts up. You've got to get deep into this bullpen, get to guys who are uncomfortable in high-leverage situations, but in order to do that, you have to compete, and it's tough when you're down 9.
First pitch in to Pico is in for a strike. And you're going to need a lot of help from the Indiana pitching staff, not throwing strikes as well. This Michigan State team, they're a pretty good hitting team, but they're not going to string together hits like Indiana can up and down the lineup. The 0-1 pitch with a runner on first, swing and a miss, strike 2. Indiana scored 5 in the first, 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. 10 runs on 7 hits, including a grand slam by Caleb Koski in the 1st inning. First career home run. The 0-2 pitch, line drive left field. It's going to drop in front of Devin Taylor. The first 2 are aboard for the Spartans in the 4th.
And that's the kind of start you want to this inning if you're Michigan State. A lot of solid contact, a couple hard hit balls through the left side. And now if you're Indiana, it becomes the game of, okay, that's great, but, Indiana's still up 9. How long do you go with Grant Holderfield? Michigan State maybe strings a couple more together, starts scoring some runs, then I think you might have to get the bullpen active because you've shown already that you cannot be trusted to hold a 9-run lead against a conference opponent.
And one of Indiana's best relievers, Cole Gilly, threw 4 innings in the first game, in a game that I guess Jeff Mercer wanted to put his best reliever in just in case they blew that lead.
Well, and he talks about it, you win today. You take care of the game in front of you, and then you worry about what's coming next when you get there.
I guess that's true, but you would think you would feel comfortable. I guess it might have been like 11-2 that point as a bunt attempt is fouled back by Dresselhaus. First pitch was also a strike, so it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it is tough because you play the series opener on a Sunday afternoon, and then you finish it up with a Monday doubleheader. It seems like there are no right answers when it comes to managing a pitching staff through a schedule like this.
0-2. Holderfield to Dresselhaus. The pitch in there for strike 3. An off-speed pitch. Caught Dresselhaus looking, and there's one down in the 4th.
That's a big first out for Holderfield. The strikeout obviously prevents the runners from having a chance to advance. And also it means you're a pitch away from getting out of the inning. You roll up a double play, which Indiana has been wont to do, and you're back in the dugout. Definitely the right guy for the job here in Dayton Murphy, a guy who's hitting a .125 and up until earlier today really hadn't done anything at the plate this season.
Yeah, it was a deep fly ball to left field as he swings through the first pitch. Hit 87, strike 1. But first extra base hit of the year. It's a pretty good time for him to try to come alive. The Michigan State lineup was just dreadful, especially the bottom half in the first game. The bottom 5 in the lineup did not record a hit, and it was 5 hits for the top 4 in the lineup. 1-1 on Murphy. Bright on second. Pico on first. 1-1 on Murphy with 1 out. Holderfield a look towards second. Comes home. Off-speed pitch is in for a strike.
Seeing a healthy dose of sliders here from Holderfield to the right-handed hitter, Dayton Murphy. Everything's low, everything's away, trying to get him to roll over.
Indiana would love a double play ball to get out of this inning. 1-2 pitch comes home, misses inside. This feels like it's Michigan State's chance to get back into this game. I mean, it's only the 4th inning, but you're also down 10-1. And if the runner runs the game in 7, this would be an opportunity you look back on and say, could have been able to put up some runs in this inning. 2-2 pitch, outside corner, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. He went back to the slider, and Murphy's down on strikes.
You just talked about the run rule. This is shaping up increasingly like game 1. Michigan State's pitching staff has not shown any sort of ability to get a shutdown inning. And then on the other side, back-to-back singles to start the inning, and then your next 2 hitters both strike out looking. That's just, you've got to at least swing the bat.
And you just saw that same slider that was in a similar location. Now we'll bring up the top of the lineup, and Nick Williams takes the first pitch inside ball 1. He had an RBI single his last time up, and then was thrown out second by TJ Schuyler on the bases. 1-0 on Williams, first and second, 2 outs. That one's off the glove of Schuyler, and both runners are going to advance, so now 2 in scoring position. Bright to third, Pico to second.
I don't know if maybe Schuyler got crossed up. Didn't receive it cleanly. That should go in the books as a pass ball. Now it makes it a little bit more interesting because obviously with 2 outs, a base hit's going to score 2 with the runners taking off on contact.
And Holderfield is behind Williams. 2-0. No one in the bullpen for Indiana. The 2-0 pitch. Inside corner, strike 1.
That's a tough 2-0 pitch. An elevated front door slider. That's not high on the list of pitches I would expect to see in a 2-0 count.
And most of the times these collegiate hitters are sitting on fastballs. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Another slider that's way outside. He is relying really heavily on the slider.
Yeah, clearly Holderfield's plan against the opposite-handed hitters as a left-handed pitcher is to throw these sliders and try to get them to roll over. But if it's missing in the other box or if it's missing up, it's tougher to do that.
And it could be a danger zone, especially if you hang one of them. Nick Williams, 5 long balls on the air. Takes the 3-1 in for a strike. Was starting to walk towards first base. Usually hitters sometimes just try to do that to influence the call behind the plate.
If anything, I think it would make it go more in the pitcher's favor.
It's Rick Allen behind the plate. Full count with 2 outs. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Malmazian. Throws to first in time. And Grant Holderfield gets out of the inning with a fist pump. Indiana still in control. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Indiana leads Michigan State 10-1. You're listening to Indiana Baseball on WIUX.